I have 6 low-profile GPUs here, and today I'm going to do a little unscientific experiment. I'm going to see how all these GPUs hold up against Fortnite. Now, why Fortnite? Well, like it or not, Fortnite is one of the most popular PC games around, and I feel like if a budget PC can play Fortnite well, it can play a lot of other esport titles too. So I like to tinker with mostly budget PCs and mostly small form factor PCs. So I'm going to test all of these out in the same PC running Fortnite with the same exact settings. The PC I'm going to be using is an HP ProDesk 600G1. It's got a Xeon E3-1241v3 that has 4 cores and 8 threads. So basically, this is the equivalent of a 4th gen i7. It's got 16 gigs of RAM and a 500 gig SSD and a 4 terabyte mechanical hard drive. So let's take a look at the low profile GPUs I'm going to be testing out in this video. First up is the Radeon HD 7570, which has 1 gig of GDDR5. You can get this for like $10 to $15 on eBay. Then we have the GT 1030 with 2 gigs of GDDR5. I've seen this for anywhere between $30 to $40 on eBay. Then we have the Quadro P620. This also has 2 gigs of GDDR5. Then we have the RX 550 with 4 gigs of GDDR5. This is basically one of my favorite low-profile GPUs. I did a whole video on it, and I think it's just a really good bang for your buck. Then we have the Radeon WX 4100. This also has 4 gigs of GDDR5. Get this one for about $60 on eBay. And finally, we have the RX 6400, which also has 4 gigs of GDDR5. I'm using these GPUs basically because it's what I had on hand, and I think people might consider these for a budget small form factor build. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to test out each of these in the same PC. First, I'm going to run the Heaven benchmark, and then I'm going to show some Fortnite gameplay with each GPU. So here's the Heaven benchmark for the HD 7570, and we got an FPS of 14.8 and a score of 374. Not that great, obviously, but with only 1 gig of VRAM, you can't expect too much. Okay, here we are in Fortnite, and honestly, this isn't too bad. I mean, not getting 60 FPS, but I'm kind of in the mid to high 40s here. Okay, next we got the GT 1030, the Heaven benchmark. Remember, I'm using medium settings. Not sure if I said that before, but I got an FPS of 32.6 and a score of 822. And in the Heaven benchmarks, the RX 550, medium settings, FPS 38.9 for a score of 979. And here's Fortnite with the RX 550. Don't think I mentioned it earlier, but basically with Fortnite, I am just basically using performance mode, and it's in 1080p. And next up, we have the Quadro 620 Heaven benchmark in FPS of 45.6 and a score of 1148. And in Heaven benchmark, the WX4100 has an FPS of 49.7 and a score of 1252. And finally, the Heaven benchmark score for the RX 6400. And this is going to be a highest score in the bunch, FPS of 126.8 and a score of 3195. Even though the Heaven benchmark scores were very different, you can see that the average FPS was pretty close most of the time here. Really surprised how good the GT 1030 did. The WX 4100 beat the RX 6400, but just by a few FPS there. With the exception of the HD 7570, they all did pretty good. That's going to do it for this little experiment. If you use any of these low profile GPUs, let me know in the comments below and what games you play. If you like this video or this type of video, let me know and maybe I might do more of them. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks for watching.